Hey, what's up guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. Before I go into any detail, I'll just show you the box really quick. Basic white box with the picture of the figure. Side of the box. This obviously tells you that this is an older figure. Also because look, it comes with a case to put stuff in. That's the side of the box. That's pretty much it for the box. So it's a basic box. It's not as dynamic, quote unquote dynamic, as the amazing Yamaguchi, because those are amazing, and this is just the regular Yamaguchi, which in my opinion this one's probably more amazing than those, but my opinion is probably very subjective because this comes from one of my favorite animes of all time, Full Metal Alchemist. And of course this is Elric, or the Full Metal Alchemist. But let's go ahead and get up close and personal. See if we can get some focus. There we go. The face sculpt is really nice. Looks just like the character. Everything looks like basically what he wears, what he has. The paint job is done well enough. So the paint job is really nice for the most part. It's kind of fuzzy around the white going into the black on his chest, but it's not that bad. Nice glossy pants. I always thought those were jeans, and if they are, I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be glossy, but I can look past that. Sculpted on the bottom of the shoes or boots. Let's get the back of them there. Has the alchemy sign covered up by his hood, of course. But yeah, I like it. I wish it had a little more. I wish it had more. I wish it had. I shouldn't say more because it doesn't have any. I wish it had some shading in the cloak. That would have been nice. But other than that, it's fine. And we'll get to this cloak when we get to the articulation. I like a lot how they did the metal arm. It looks like they maybe put a black wash or something in there to get that black inside of the little lines there. So that's really cool. Oh, there goes the head. Speaking of the head, it seats really far back in the neck, so that kind of aesthetically is not that bad, but you can kind of see some gapping there in the back. The hair, I think, probably could have had some shading. Get him to stand so we can get into the accessories. So here's all his accessories, including that storage box. He has 3 faces, 2 open hands with peg holes, a metal fist hand, an open white hand, a fisted white hand, and an extra arm. He also has 3 effect pieces, 2 metal pieces for his metal arm, and a ripped piece of jacket. Alright, and that's pretty much what he has for accessories. As far as the articulation, it is a Revoltech. So, as you know, they sacrifice articulation for aesthetics. So, or excuse me, they sacrifice aesthetics for articulation. It's the other way around. I had a little dyslexia there. So as far as the head, it is kind of hindered. Well, not even kinda. It is hindered by the hood here in the back and this ponytail. So he can't really look up that much. I suppose that's good enough. You would hope that he could do more, but that's really about it. The ponytail in the back is on a joint, on a ball hinge, so that can move up and down. You can twirl it around. In order to get the face off, it's the hinge on. There's a hinge on the hair here, which is really ugly and not aesthetically pleasing at all. But I think that's how they used to do them back in the day. So I guess that'll pass for now, or it'll just have to pass. but his head can move all around other than that, and it will pop off. It's not a very tight fit, I'll be honest, but this is an older figure, so maybe time has worn it down. But as far as looking down, it can look down with just the head, about that much, and then if you put the neck in there, he can basically break his neck. So I guess technically you can a human can look down that far with their neck, but his looks broken. Now, as far as aesthetics, there is a big gap between the neck and the chest, which is kind of ugly. You kind of have to pull it down like this, and then he kind of gets some turtlenecking going on if you want to try to even that out. You can, if you're an ACBA type of person, then you can probably not even edit, but you can probably angle it to where it doesn't look like his head is like sticking out or his neck is broken. But you can't really, aesthetically, you can't really get that to set right if you got his head sticking straight up. But anyway, past that, he has a Revoltech joint here in the shoulder, so if you're just going up, he can only go about that far. Now obviously a Revoltech, you kind of gotta work for it, so if you want, you can kind of maneuver this joint here and you can get it up a lot further. So if you maneuver this piece here, because here, I take that out, this is just like a cover up, and it's supposed to cover up the joint, which it does a decent job of doing that, but it does hinder the articulation a little bit with that joint. So you got to twist it around a little bit to get that arm to go up as much as you like. But once you do, you can get it to go up parallel, so that's good enough. And then of course the arm does spin around 360 degrees. The ab crunch on this guy, of course, is really good. It has a huge giant Revoltech ball joint in the stomach, and so basically, let's see, you can get probably, it looks like it's about one good click backwards. It's like one good click backwards, but once you get them straight, we're not going to count that click, so we'll call that the straight click, or the equal click, or equaling things out, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, and the head will come off again, of course. So that's 3. That's 3 clicks. Can we get another one? Nope. Can't get another click out of it, but 3 clicks is plenty. And if you throw in the waist joint, actually there is no waist joint, so let me take this off. I'll pop that off. There is no swivel here at all. That is sculpted all the way from the crotch to the stomach, so there is no swivel there. So all your swiveling is going to be here in that big fat ball joint in his stomach. As far as this cape, okay, or cloak, or whatever you want to call this, it is definitely aesthetically not the most pleasing thing in the world, that is for sure. I wish they would have found another way to go about this. You see there's the stand peg there, and it's just not done well at all. This is the worst part of the figure. It absolutely is there, but it's an older figure, so I gotta let it pass. But I guess at the time, it was, you could have complained. But nowadays, when you see things, see how things have progressed with figures and how they sculpt capes and make capes or cloaks more
what am I looking for? Articulated and aesthetic at the same time. You kind of got to let it pass because, like I said, it's old. So that's pretty much it for the cape. I mean, it has a joint there, and you can move it up and down, and you can pop it out, which it falls out all the time. So you can get it to hold. It's not so heavy that it just falls and flops down. So that's a good thing. So you can get some wind poses out of it, but you kind of got a thing going on there. You can probably get some kind of poses out of it with that, but it looks ugly on the back. But again, it's a Revoltech, so you kind of look past those things, but at the same time, yeah, some things you just can't look past. As far as the hips are concerned, there's two big ball joints there, and they're clicky clacky, so you can get him to kick up. Actually, I'm going to take these pieces off because they're going to end. Sorry about that abrupt hard cut. My storage on my camera went out, and I had to delete some stuff. Anyway, so we were here at the waist, so he can kick up that high, so that's pretty good. It's over 90 degrees. And he does have a thigh swivel here. It'll swivel here at the hips and at the thigh there. It seems like they are still using, well, these are old, so this is an old figure, but it seems like they're still using this straight hinge knees, I should say, because I've seen these in newer figures. I've seen them in that Wolverine. What else do they have that in? They have it in, I don't know, but they have it in other stuff too. So they're still using that, and it for as far as articulation is really good, but aesthetically, you kind of get a gap here in the back of the leg, so you can take that for what you want. As far as the ankle, you can get one click up and then a bunch of clicks down. That ankle joint is fat and ugly, but it's supposed to be a boot, so I guess you can kind of get away with it, but not really. But I don't care. Personally, I don't care because, and I just realized that his hand is missing. Guys, you were supposed to let me know if something fell off. I don't know where the hell his hand went. Let's take a pause for the cause and find this hand. All right, I found it. But that's pretty much it for the review. Oh, you know what? Let me do some comparisons real quick. Not that it really matters. Whoops. Let me tell you, that head pops out a lot. It's really soft. So I got him standing up relatively straight. Here he is next to Spider-Gwen. Let's see if I can get her to stand up straight. And there he is next to Spider-Gwen. Of course, he's taller, or she's taller than him. But Edward Elric was pretty short. Here he is next to Deadpool, which is obviously he's going to be taller because Deadpool is taller than Gwen. So he is a pretty short figure. Matter of fact, I'll put him next to the other figure that I'm about to review, and that is his brother, Alphonse Elric. And you can see the height comparison there. Now, as far as this is concerned, and you know what, I'm not going to get that much into it, but I'm not quite sure if this is accurate or not, but I'm not going to get into it. I'll get into it in his review. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the review. Comment, like, and subscribe. Stay safe, keep collecting, and peace out.